So see, what had happened was part of the video from this episode was lost. So we had to take our iPhone footage and insert it into the video so that not too much was missed. Since the video lost has all of the ingredients I was using, here's a list of everything you'll need to make this dish. I'm really bummed about this lost footage because Elam was such an awesome guest. He is an excellent relationship coach, and so the conversation was really dope. This was a really good episode. I encourage you all to check him out, Elam B King, on all social media platforms. Now, let's get into the food. I started by adding stone ground grits into boiling water with smoked sea salt and butter. Once the grits are whisked in, bring the temp down to low and let the grits cook slow. I made my sweet potato puree by adding a really soft baked sweet potato to a blender with some heavy whipping cream. You could always add, but you can't take out, so add your cream little by little until you get a smooth puree. Once your puree is smooth, whisk it into the grits and continue to let it cook on low. I then coated my pan with grapeseed oil and added my peppers and chicken sausage. Once everything browned, I removed them from the pan and quickly cooked the shrimp and then removed it from the pan and began on my sauce. It's important you don't clean the pan so you can use all of the flavors of the peppers, sausage, and the shrimp. I added Chardonnay and I let it boil down to cook off the alcohol. I then added some more heavy whipping cream, some fresh squeezed lemon, a pinch of salt, and then I let it cook. All of the alcohol was cooked off, and so I added the chicken and the peppers back in, leaving the shrimp out. Now, you're all caught up, so go ahead and enjoy the rest of the episode.
Hello, everybody. This is Elam B. King, author of Understanding a Man, and I want to thank everybody that continues to follow, on all platforms at Elam B. King. You can also continue to follow us at Understanding a Man on YouTube. Please go on over to elambking.com and feel free to, got a couple of books over there, online course for all of my, engaged folks as well. And of course, I have my relationship coaching, so feel free to click on the contact button and check out the spaces there for the relationship coaching if you would like to have myself speak with you and or your significant others. So again, thank you guys so much. This is Elam B. King. Goodbye. You're mad because you're like, well, you weren't like that when I married you. No, they weren't, and they were supposed to change.
So with that statement right there, what do you think about, sometimes people will go to like couples therapy and counseling, and they'll suggest what got you, do what you did when you first met. Because it sounds like you're saying don't do that.
No, that's that old school foolishness stuff. Yeah. Think about what I just said. If you do what I did when we first met, right? This is when we probably might not have had any kids, right? This is when we, whatever life situation that's going on, I'm not the same anymore.
Right.
My wife was gifts when we first met, right? And I always say she was gifts like during the brokest part of the marriage, was in the beginning. So when I couldn't afford anything, that's when she wanted the gifts, right? Yeah. Then my money came up a little bit, and now I'm like, okay, here you go, and trips and all this and that. And then she wanted to switch to quality time. Yeah. Now I could sit back and be like, well, you used to but what does it matter? She's evolved. It's my responsibility to evolve with her, and for spouses to evolve with each other. That's what I think one of the things that COVID taught a lot of people. Mm-hmm. When COVID hit, people had to be friends in order to get along because we were in this space all day, every day. And some people were not friends. They were just spouses. Yeah. They weren't a husband and a wife. Yeah. They were just roommates. Yeah. Somebody travels, you know what I'm saying? Somebody, and now all of a sudden you home. Right. Ain't nobody traveling. Them 3-4 days when you be out of town or you working all day long, whatever, them 8 hours, that gives you a chance. Okay, now you only have to deal with the person for like about an hour or two before you go to bed.
Right. Yeah.
Now you got to be with them all day.
All day, all night.
And if y'all ain't
all
friends,
week, all couple months.
So so it's your responsibility to, and also for you to share who you are. Also, because maybe I don't see it, so it's your responsibility to share with me who you are today versus who you were 10 years ago.
Because it's easy to get lost in just like life and everyday life, and so
once them little people get here, them kids with you will run into
so you gonna have to
a straight hamster wheel every day and not even figure out. And that's why a lot of times when kids go off to college, the parents split because the child became the goal instead of each other understanding that you're still evolving. And so now little Johnny leaves, and you're like, I don't even know you. And it's 18 years later. And now I'm mad that you don't know me and I don't know you because we've been together for these 18 years. You know? So that's something that, people have to pay attention to. Because you'll automatically begin to make the child a goal. It's actually biological. And that's Mother Nature's way of protecting the child. So that's why people talk about the honeymoon phase in the beginning when you're like all into each other, right? And then when you settle on in a little bit, we got a little taste coming up.
You got to make sure that everything is, seasoned and it's flavor there. Taste your food as you cook it. Don't be afraid to do so.
Oh yeah. I see it coming together right there.
See it coming together? Wait till we add that chunk of butter. Wait till we add that to it. And then the shrimp. You know what we can do now? We can add this cheese.
Oh, snap. It comes cheese. I've been waiting all day for that.
This cheese. You know what? I want me a little taste too.
I'm just saying.
It's good. Some good cheese. Applewood smoked cheddar.
Crackers in the pantry,
We don't. Oh, you know what? I mean, that's not cooked, but it ain't bad.
You're going to set the meat off with the cheese. I thought about that earlier, and I said, yeah, I'm going to go and do that.
Let me tell you, I love me. I can sit and eat. Ooh.
Come on, people.
A charcuterie for
Come on.
dinner. Okay.
Yeah.
There's some good meat.
Gouda or this cheese right here.
Some good meat, some good cheese, and some good jellies, some good spreads, and some like rosemary crackers or something like that.
We're going to get full before we...
It'll be set off, okay? I have eaten charcuterie for dinner before, but...
Hey, no shame.
At all.
It's on. What else are we doing?
Grate this cheese into the... I'm going to go ahead and be very generous with it. Okay, so you were saying that the child biologically, Mother Nature.
But yeah, you have the honeymoon phase, which is the space to, that people are coming together, get to know each other, all that. And that's one phase, right? But then once the little person gets here, Mother Nature's actually put, there's the hormones that get released that actually have women to pay attention to the child more. Versus the spouse. So biologically this happens. So that means that you have to become an intentional wife and an intentional husband, because accidentally you'll pay attention to something else. Right? And little Johnny does matter, but that's Mother Nature's way of protecting the child, because if you have a lot of focus on the child, the mortality rate goes up. Right? So that means that as a wife, as a mother, as a wife, mother, you have to be intentional on making sure you're paying attention to your husband. And the husband has to make sure he's being intentional.
Don't forget that part, okay?
So
the husband has to be make sure that he is being intentional as well. Yeah. That's what I kind of run into a lot is we don't have kids, but just the reminder, we still have to be intentional. I can get to working a lot. He can get to working a lot, and sometimes, that we it's like ships crossing in the night. We miss each other. Not like, I miss you, but like we just miss each other, coming and going. And so
you off in your purpose, he off in his.
Yeah.
I mean, it is you'll accidentally begin to miss each other.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. So let's just imagine that even if we took my schedule over the past couple of days and throughout this week, right? It's, from here to a fashion show to a virtual conference that I'm doing, my relationship coaching. So I basically, between yesterday and I'd probably say this weekend, I don't have that much time. So I would have to be intentional on making sure that I would put time to the side for a wife, right? So people have to make sure that they're paying attention to their schedules. And even sometimes when it comes to, let's just say when it comes to sex, I remember the first time I heard about scheduling sex. And I was just like, how you going to schedule sex? How come it can't just jump off like it always has, right? Well, now we 3-4 kids deep. Yeah. You might have to say, hey, Wednesday, 7 o'clock.
But you know what, though? Sometimes you don't even have to have kids that have to need to schedule sex.
Yes.
Okay.
It doesn't sound sexy when you hear it.
Right.
But I would much rather.
Let's say be intentional about sex instead of scheduling.
Come on.
Be intentional about sex.
Spending that physical intimacy.
Yeah. All right, Elam.
My drink almost gone.
It's okay. We are just about finished here. The cheese has been, let me taste this to make sure. Want to taste the grits? Make sure.
Yeah, it might be about Reggie.
The cheese.
It might be about Reggie. Yeah, let me blow on this for the next 5 minutes. You ain't about to burn my tongue. Grits will hurt you now.
Yeah, they will. Ask Medea.
Right. You can throw a pot of grits. I'd rather you throw a pot of grease on me.
No.
I'll take grease over grits
just
any
as bad.
day.
No, that grease. Ooh, no.
It just seemed like this ain't coming off.
True. The grease is slide
I was about to say, this is going to stick right there.
That grease is hot, though. Trust me.
Don't throw grease or grits on anybody. Let's just put that disclosure in there.
Don't. Like it?
Yes. That is good. And I taste that smoke all up and through.
You taste this little bit of sweetness from the sweet potato?
Yes. They can give me a chunk.
All right.
I like that.
All right, we can go ahead and so what I'm going to do is to top it off. I think we have enough lemon in there. I'm going to turn this off. And I'm just going to go and put the butter in there, let it rest, settle in there. And I'm going to chop up some of these green onions.
So what happened to that knife? Oh,
right here to kind of top it off with. I don't let it cook. Put the green onions in it last because I just want them to maintain the flavor and taste and not, get all soggy and everything. And then we'll put green onion on top after we plate it.
it's got a nice color.
Here we go. Let me move this out the way. This was my sweet potato pot. Move this out the way. Everybody can see what we're working with.
Now, have we used that spice right there, that first one we have?
This one right here? No, did not use it. This is your bowl. I could have put it on the shrimp. You can put anything on a shrimp. I am my family is from Maryland. So we put Old Bay on shrimp.
Yes.
But sometimes
you gotta be from Maryland.
Well, I mean, like
no, I don't
they put Old Bay on like all their seafood or whatever.
That's what I do. You gotta be from Maryland.
No, you don't.
Okay, I just want.
But it's like a Maryland thing.
Stuff.
It's a Maryland.
Old Bay is not even friends. Is it even from Maryland?
I don't know, but it's definitely a Maryland thing. You better have that Old Bay, okay? You making some seafood up in DC, Maryland. You better have that Old Bay, and I'm just swirling around that butter to get it to melt. So the reason why I put it in.
That looks festive. That looks like a holiday dish or something.
Daijha, you want to come over here and get it?
Yes, and also, fun fact, Old Bay is from Maryland.
Oh, okay. Old Bay is from Maryland, so that's why
I didn't know what
it's a Maryland thing.
I'm gonna tell you.
Okay. Okay. So the reason why I am swirling in the butter.
Where's Old Bay from?
Old Bay is from Maryland.
Baltimore, Maryland.
The reason why I put the butter in last and I'm swirling it around is because I don't want the butter to separate the fat and the water. So I put it in, because if it cooks too long, it'll separate. So I put it in last, and it'll give you that nice buttery, creamy taste. Okay, let's go ahead, get it play. Oh, can't forget the shrimp. Get on up in there. Come on, Daijha, you got to come back and get this too.
Ooh. Oh, that look real good.
Right? You know, this will also be good over some pasta too. Got it? You doing a video? Okay. Yeah, looking real good. Okay, so what we're gonna do is you go ahead and scoop out your grits. While you're doing that, I'm gonna move some of this stuff out the way.
Sexy or something.
Okay.
So do I get to take this with me?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I just want to make sure. Okay.
Yeah, that's all the grits you want?
Listen,
Come
I
on.
don't eat a lot. Trust me.
Okay.
That's why.
Well, here's what we're gonna do, right? I'm gonna give you one more scoop. Here you go.
When I ate that sausage and that cheese, I said, "Oh, I'm about to start getting full."
Be full. Yeah, you can definitely take it with you. All right. Then take a ladle and get all of the goodness in here. I believe God wanted you to have it too. Okay.
I gotta go take a picture with this one on my phone. Yes. You just gonna keep on loading it up. I'm not gonna finish all that.
That's okay. You can take it with you. All right. Then we gotta top it off. Shrimp and grits.
Ooh. What y'all know about that right there?
Make sure that burner isn't hot.
No, I know.
Okay.
So can I go? I gotta go get I gotta take a picture of that.
Yeah, get a picture.
I like that.
Alrighty. We got the shrimp, grits, chicken sausage, peppers, and our little sauce. And then I'm gonna top mine off as well with some green onion. There you have it. You wanna get that, Daijha? You don't say yes. Alrighty, so here you go, shrimp and grits. I think Daijha got it. There you go. Yep, let's do that. Just push that out the way. Over there.
We gotta pray.
Thanks for the grub.
Lord, thank you for this food. Bless the hands that prepared in Jesus' name.
Hallelujah.
Okay. was gonna think. I thought of a place that I had something similar, and I almost said it, but can't say any brands on here. The sausage mixed with the listen. Okay. Dinner.
Sweet potato, can you taste the? We may not be able to even taste the sweetness separately with everything.
Okay.
It's hot.
So the sausage had a little spice to it. When it was cold, I couldn't taste it, but I guess the heat
Activated it
in a good way.
Get the shrimp. You get a shrimp.
I need to do shrimp. I'm mesmerized by the grits. Woo! So next week, what we're gonna do is what else you got on that list?
We got a couple of other dishes coming up.
So next Monday afternoon.
I take it that it's good. Alrighty.
Good.
Thank you. Well, Elam.
I don't have
Cheers.
no more. Only got like a leaf left.
Cheers. Thank you for joining me in the kitchen, inside Keedra's kitchen.
Thank you for having me. I have learned sweet potatoes can go in grits.
Sweet potatoes can definitely go in grits. With applewood smoked cheddar.
Next time she gonna have some crackers.
All right, guys. Elam, let the people know where and how they can find you.
But see, I've learned recently, because I eat fast, and I didn't even realize that until recently. It was kind of pointed out. So I try to chew and get all the flavor. So I had to appreciate that shrimp. That shrimp is here for me. And I'm not going to disrespect it by not absorbing every piece of it. But again, thank you so much for having me on.
Welcome.
I'll be back again next week, y'all. I'm going to be the co-host going forward. But in between now and then, you can follow me on all platforms at Elam B King. And actually on YouTube, Understanding a Man. And feel free to go out and get my latest book, which is Understanding a Man, Memoirs from a Father to His Son. So I'm excited about that part.
Turn that off. All right, Elam. About to get into the rest of this shrimp and grits.
We want a snack, so y'all got to go so we can really.
No, we were doing mukbang in another episode, and we could get it going if you want to. Talking to the microphone while you chew. You know what I'm talking about?
Is that for who? Oh yeah, that's how you make some money off of that.
They do. You
people up there eating honeycomb.
Hold on, come on.
Honeycomb and just eating it.
Come on. Get a piece of sausage.
What?
Get a piece of sausage.
And just chew it in the mic.
Mm-hmm.
Get my algorithms up on my YouTube.
You gotta smack.
You gotta make a noise with it.
No noise.
Can't chew like me.
All right, guys.
Like me. What?
Thank you for coming inside Keedra's Kitchen today. I appreciate you joining me. Thank you for watching all the way through to the end. I hope you enjoyed. Go follow Elam. Go get his relationship. You got a course? Get his relationship course. Get his relationship
ElamBking.com.
counseling, coaching. Get everything. Relationships from Elam. Until next time. Peace.